Hey guys, a few months ago now, I was approached by someone with a challenge. That's him, Oliver. Look at him. He's got guilt written all over his face. Anyway, this bloke Oliver writes in and he says, "Oi, make a replica of this genuine Viking necklace out of silver." "Sorry mate, I don't do silver," I said. That's me there, by the way, looking all thoughtful and sultry. "Why not?" he says. "Expensive stuff, silver," I replied. "It's alright," he said. "I'll give you the silver." Yes, said I, beginning to sweat a little, while still looking rugged in my armchair. "It's got a chain, see," I said. "I don't do chains." Then Oliver said, "That's alright, 'cause I do. You cast them thingies on the ends, and I'll do the chain." If you've followed my videos lately, you'll realise I've been dabbling more with Fusion 360 and Blender, and I've also been doing some resin 3D printing with Castable Resins. Well, back then, that wasn't the case. Just a couple of months ago now, I was happily plodding away with Lost PLA, and I knew if I wanted the kind of detail you can see in this image, then I needed to do a lot better. This meant teaching myself to use Blender, and before anybody says anything, I realise now that the sculpting side of things might not have been the best choice for me. But I was enjoying playing with it, as I often do, so there was no stopping me. It's important to realise that this picture is the only reference material I've got. I've got no other pictures or dimensions, just Oliver's guess of about 3 or 4 centimetres long. So my perspective may be off. Also, at the time of doing this, I didn't have a graphics pad. Everything was done using an ordinary mouse. This wasn't a quick process for me. It took a few weeks to produce something that I thought looked fairly similar, but I was doubtful that Lost PLA could do a good enough job for me. And, as if by magic, an Elegoo Mars printer came into my life, and things suddenly became a lot more fun. Accurate prints with castable resins were now possible for me. Just when I thought I was finally going to get this on the sprue, Oliver got in touch again. He wanted me to cast him some coffee bean cufflinks. Yes, you heard right, coffee bean cufflinks. I was all ready to go and it was time to pull out the gorgeous, highly polished silver ingot that Oliver had sent me. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it under all these scraps. Yes, I'm teasing. Scraps or not, there's still probably around 80 to 90 pounds worth of silver here. It was a very generous and trusting thing that Oliver did. I used a brand new crucible to prevent cross-contamination of metals with the silver. Well, for my first ever attempt at silver, I was very pleased. The silver turned black due to oxidization during casting. But look at the detail. It's amazing. For something so small, the process has captured the features beautifully. After an overnight soak in white vinegar, the black oxidisation was gone, leaving a matte white surface. This just had to be lightly sanded away. It was still a long way from being finished, but I couldn't resist giving it a proper polishing. Wow, just wow. I've never polished silver before, and I was amazed by the results. The moment I saw that shine, I knew I'd be hooked. So how does it compare against the original? Well, it's no replica, it's more a similar if I'm honest. But for my first venture with Blender, an introduction to the world of 3D resin printing, and a cherry-losing dip into silver casting, I'm quite pleased. And that was as much as I was willing to do. In honesty, I was a bit scared of ruining it. But if you want to see this Viking necklace receive a handmade silver chain, weaved link by silver link into this fabulous creation, then you need to go and visit Oliver's channel right now. Don't tell him I said so, but he's amazingly talented, and definitely don't tell him this bit, he's become a good friend of mine. We're talking of doing a few more projects together in the future, so feel free to drop either of us a line and tell us what you think of that idea. I hope you enjoyed this slightly disjointed and out of sequence video, guys. Do head over to Oliver and see this fabulous necklace in all its glory. Take care, and thanks for watching.